Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. This is the Desert Shaman. I hope everybody is happy and well in this new year. Well, I thought I would do a kind of a short video today on the Lakota Sweat Lodge cards. What are the Lakota Sweat Lodge cards? Well, the Lakota Sweat Lodge cards are a way of doing a reading, doing counseling, doing a reading in the Lakota tradition. And they are a beautiful deck. Now, I have said many times that I do wisdom counseling and that I connect with people on an energy level. And that is just off the top of my head, a channeling, if you will, for that person's energy, hooking up with that person's energy and giving the counsel and the wisdom counsel that they need. Also in the native tradition or ancient traditions. However, some people, I think, I'm not sure, some people would rather, they're used to, when you say a reading, they're used to actual cards like the tarot cards and things of that nature. Maybe they feel more comfortable. I don't know. But to allay those fears, I have a deck of cards that I've used for probably 20 years or more, just for my own purposes and to facilitate connection with the higher consciousness, the higher frequency, and to be able to, at a glance, tell what the energy is or how the Lakota tradition would apply to whatever's going on in your life. All right. Now, these are the Lakota Sweat Lodge cards. Very beautiful deck. Probably can't see it too well here, but this deck here was created by none other than Archie Fire Lame Deer. Well, who is Archie Fire Lame Deer? Well, Archie Fire Lame Deer was a medicine man, and he was the son of John Fire Lame Deer, who was the supreme medicine man. And so these are very authentic. They're not anything that is, let's say, non-authentic. Again, here's the cards, beautiful deck. And on these cards, you have different names, okay? And the name will indicate what's going on in your life. The name might describe something, like take this one, for instance, Tate. Tate. Tate is the wind, okay? And, you know, just looking at the cards, this would indicate singing or chanting or just getting things out, the Great Spirit, connecting with the Great Spirit through the wind. And the wind is a metaphor for listening to a higher level of consciousness, all right? So like my book, my award-winning book, Listen to the Wind, Speak from the Heart. When I say listen to the wind, I'm saying listen to which way the wind's blowing, looking at your surroundings, listening to the higher spirits talk and convey things to you on a much higher level, all right? So there's 50 of these Lakota Sweat Lodge cards, and each one has a different meaning in Lakota. Conka, old woman sorceress, dreams, guidance, communication. So when somebody asks me to do a sweat lodge reading, you can be sure that the cards never lie. Now what I do is I also, as I look at the pictures, and I have been into the Lakota tradition for a long time, as I look at the pictures, I'm able to glean what that picture or what that image or what that tradition is telling me in regards to the person that I'm doing the reading for. So anyway, I thought I would just mention the fact that I can use, and I've used these cards, like I say, for 20 years, okay? Used to do readings all the time for people with these cards, and they were very satisfied. Never had a complaint ever. So if you would like to determine, let's say, what direction your life might be going in the new year, or what you might be able to do to overcome obstacles that seem to be appearing in this new year, or just in general, then I would suggest that you schedule a reading with me. And it's real easy to do that. All you have to do is go to the campfirecouncil.com, and I'll put the link in the show notes below. Let's start off this year, people, with a lot of communication and a lot of kindred, let's say kindred communication. And that's about all I have to say about the Lakota Sweat Lodge cards. So keep that in mind, people, for this new year. And you might ask what the price is, okay? I usually work on a donation basis. Now, I kind of set a rate as like $100 for a reading, but that would be like an hour-long reading, all right, or counseling session. Now, for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or half an hour, much less than that, okay? And I can work on a sliding scale with you as far as what you might be able to afford, all right? I don't like to go too low here, because then people think, he's not worth it, man. He's selling himself short. Well, let me clue you in as to that. I've been doing this for years, and I've been doing videos for years. No complaints, really. Not really any complaints. I have rarely got even a negative comment. So that would be something you might want to take into consideration. All in all, like I say, some people maybe get scared off, or they wonder what a wisdom counseling session is, or what does that really tell me? Well, actually, it doesn't matter whether I use the cards or not. You're still going to get the same wisdom counseling that you would if I didn't use the cards. But some people feel more comfortable with that type of a reading. So be that as it may, that's just the way some people are. Now, as far as the new year and 2024 goes, this is going to be a momentous year. It's going to be a momentous year. It's going to be a year that is unparalleled, probably, in the history of mankind. So it's always good to connect with somebody that is solid and grounded and can give advice. Now, also, my book is available at spiritofcrazyhorse.com. And that is also in the show notes. And just the book itself would be a big help. I don't call it a self-help book. I call it a spirit help book. And it is an award-winning book, so even if you don't, haven't read the book, you can read the book by. That's another thing I might want to mention here. If you do purchase or donate to yours truly, then you get that book for free via your email. All right, it's not a paper book. It's an email book, but you get it instantly, and I can email it to you instantly, and you can read that book and get all kinds of good information and direction out of that book too. So I'd highly recommend that. 2024 is going to be a momentous year. Like I said in a previous video, you're seeing things now in this modern day and age that have not been seen in your lifetime or mine, or maybe even our mothers and fathers or grandmothers and grandfathers. You're going to see things that, and it's already happening. Okay, this world is not the former world. Okay, there's a major shape shift going on, and it would be good to be prepared in some way, shape, or form, especially on a spiritual level or on a high frequency level, because the lower frequencies are just not going to be happening anymore. They're you can't tune into the lower frequency. You have to kind of rise above what's going on in the real world today, because as we know and as we look around, things are horrific. Things are completely off the rails as far as morality, and just there's also a disintegration going on here. But with that disintegration is a rebirth as well. So there's going to be major shape shifts, like I said in previous videos. And it would be really good to be able to know how to deal with them. Anyway, I'm going to keep this video short. Just wanted to touch on the Lakota Sweat Lodge cards and the readings that I do with them. Feel free to contact me, by going to the website, or I think I even put my email in the show notes below. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions about it. So anyway, I think I'll leave it there today. Wopila. Aho.